Hi, welcome to week 1 of the 30-day health reset at www.30dayhealthreset.com, and I'm Catherine McMahon. Where to begin? This is such a big topic that we want to break down into bite-sized pieces and make it as simple as possible for you to be able to feel as though you're back in the driver's seat, for you to be able to take those first steps of reclaiming your right to be in charge of how you express yourself in this physical body. And part of that expression is what you think about yourself, how you feel about yourself, what you believe about who you are. And as a result, the choices you make about what foods you put into your body, what type of exercise that you do, if any at all, and how you find joy and passion in your day-to-day life. So, big topic we want to bring down into chunk-sized pieces for you. And I want you to know that this is the start. It doesn't matter where you've been, what you've been doing, who you've listened to in the past, not to discredit them, but for just for now, be here in this moment and know that each moment is a fresh and new moment for you to take something new, or maybe hear something you've heard 100 times over, but it processes within you in a completely new way. So just for now, new listening ears, new looking eyes, surrender to the process. Let go of what you think you already know. Let go of all the experiences you've had in the past that have brought you back to where you're at now, where you're still searching, you're still looking. And just allow yourself to be in your body, to be with your thoughts, to be with where you're at right now and whatever's happening for you. You know, I have been on this journey of self-discovery and self-improvement and searching for ways to better love myself for a very long time. I mightn't look very old, but just to let you know, I'm 38. I'm a mother of 3 in betweeny children. I've got an 11-year-old daughter, an 8-year-old son, and a 4-year-old son as well. My husband's a busy man with a successful business, and my passion is living my best life. However that comes in each moment, and believe you me, I struggle like the best of them. You know, I have my high highs and my low lows and my plateaus in between. And what I strive to do in each and every moment is be kind to myself, is to be aware of how I'm feeling, is to know that it's okay. I'm human, and part of the human condition is making what we call mistakes or doing what we interpret as failure, because we are our own harshest critics and we measure ourselves up against the media, our peers, people who have walked a totally different journey to us, people who have different cultural backgrounds and beliefs. You name it, there's this comparison and expectation going on of who we should be and how we should do it and what that idea of success looks like. When really, at the end of the day, success is not a straight line. Success is a messy bowl of spaghetti, and when you slurp that spaghetti up, it splatters on your face. I don't know anyone who doesn't get spaghetti juice on their face when they suck the goodness up. You know, you've got to let yourself enjoy those moments and get juice on your face, and sit there with a big grin and just be like, this is where I'm at right now, and this is who I am in this moment. So what I would like you to do is bring yourself back to the starting place of now. Not the starting place of yesterday, but the starting place of right here, right now, today. So then what you're doing is freeing yourself of the expectations of having failed in the past, or having to achieve a certain outcome, or having to perform in a certain way, okay? This is about resetting. Resetting your mind, resetting your emotions, resetting your habits, resetting how you want to be. Who do you want to become? What parts of you do you want to invest energy into? And what parts would you like to withdraw your energy from as much? So with that, take a nice big deep breath and just let that integrate into your body. Let your cells receive that. Let your mind process that on a subconscious level. Let it be beyond your control. Let it be beyond the monkey mind's control of needing to take that information in. And you know what? A really easy way to reset is to take a big breath, as we're about to do, and look at the ceiling and think of something that makes you feel good. So here we go. My daughter ran cross country athletics the other day, and she crossed the finish line with a place to qualify for the next round. And she vomited at the end. She worked her little guts out to get that place, and I couldn't be more proud to see my daughter push herself to the point of breaking to get what she wanted. She achieved something that she wanted more than anything, and that makes me feel good as a mama. That makes me feel good as a mentor for her in her life. Not that I'm just sharing that she vomited because I'm like, oh my gosh, she's vomited. But that moment, I was like, oh, she's worked so hard. And the result is I'm in Australia, so we're off to Sydney next month. We live in rural New South Wales, and next month we're off to Sydney, which is totally exciting. And the rain's just started outside, so if it gets a bit noisy, I've got a tin roof. Thinking of something that makes you feel good. Pick anything. I rambled a little bit there, but often what challenges people, that, if I asked you to tell me what doesn't make you feel good in your life, you're going to tell me a list of things, a long list of things, and you're going to be accurate, you're going to be succinct, you're going to be specific. You can tell me what you don't like, why you don't like it, when the first time was that happened. And I ask for you to just take a moment to step into that not so familiar territory of what makes you feel good. I told you about cross country because that's one of the most recent things that only happened 2 days ago. I would like for you to think of the day your babies were born, the day you got married, if that was a beautiful day for you, your favorite place, being at the beach, being in the mountains, being in the desert. It might be having a family event. It might be reading a good book, patting your cat, walking the dog, swimming, watching a good movie, whatever it is. Breathe in, look up, and see in colour the thing that makes you feel good. And so we're at the starting place. Good. Good. Now, before I go too much into dialogue on the ins and outs of how and what, I work in a myriad of ways, and one technique I use is meridian tapping, and I have explored 2 different lines of meridian tapping. I've explored the Gary Craig EFT, and I've worked also with Robert Smith in the faster EFT, and I have my own take on that. I've melded it together to create something that works for me. I use guided visualization, I use meditation, I use breath work, I use sound, hypnotic techniques, NLP. There's a whole host of techniques that I roll into what I call a Catherine special. It's unique to me, and it comes with my 20 years experience of being a self-motivated person to achieve peace within my own heart. So that's just a little bit about the techniques I'm going to show you. For those of you that are new to something like meridian tapping, it's very simple. It's stimulation of meridian points, acupressure points on the, I just use the face. I also used a point here and on the wrists. Oh, terribly sorry, my nose is itchy. Must be because I'm in front of the camera. Coupled with breath work and imagery in the mind, audio with the language, which is the NLP part, neuro-linguistic programming, and then we roll it all together to be able to make changes for you, to be able to help you to, sorry, my screen just went blank, take what is no longer working for you and step closer towards something that is going to work out in a much better, more supportive, more loving way for you. Okay, so what we want to do is start at the starting place. For many of you, I'm guessing you've walked this journey before, you've tried many programs before, you've done this diet, you've tried this technique, and you're just like, I'm here again. And so one of the simplest things that we can do to help ourselves is become okay with not being okay with where we're at, which inadvertently makes us okay. It's giving self permission to be okay with where we're at. We are here right now. We can't be anywhere else other than here right now. It's a physical impossibility to be somewhere other than right here, right now, in this moment. And so the pain and the suffering that we experience comes from wanting to be somewhere else, for wanting it to be a different way, for us to be resisting what is here in this moment. And the pain comes from the resistance, the constant energy that's expended on pushing away. If we allow it to be here, if we allow ourselves to be messy, if we allow ourselves to be in chaos and say, today I'm messy, today I'm in chaos, today I'm not okay, and I'm willing to be okay with not being okay, it creates space around us. It creates space for you to be able to grow. It creates space for you to be able to observe opportunities, ways of being able to do it different. It creates a space for you to be able to realize, possibly acknowledge and see what is actually driving this boat, what's actually driving this vehicle for you. Because weight was once the solution. Excess weight, your relationship with food, your relationship with exercise, your relationship with your body, it's not actually the problem. It was a strategy engaged by the mind on what to think, how to feel, and how to behave as a result of a problem that was going on in front of you. Or maybe not necessarily a problem, but the environment around you was showing you something, and this was your offering to that situation. And so when we feel insecure and vulnerable and not good enough and unsafe, when we feel unloved, unlikable, when we feel as though we're not good enough, we engage coping strategies and mechanisms to be able to help us through that, to be able to help navigate through life according to that map of our world. Okay? And so I want you to know that whatever it is that you're doing, however it is that you're doing it, no matter what your vice is, whether it be cigarettes, sugar, wine, carbohydrates, whatever your vice is, it's not actually the problem. It's the coping strategy that was engaged to address a problem that has been left unresolved in the first place. And that program, that belief, that feeling, that thing, whatever it is just chugging away in the background, which is why when you get on a motivated run, you branch out and you stretch, and the rope that's there will stretch and stretch and stretch, and then you get to a point and ping, you come straight back to the problem. Except you've got a few layers over the top now. You know, this is an onion. We place layers over the top. And so then what happens is we say, well, it's my fat belly that's the problem, and I would feel better if my arms were thinner and my thighs, well, we all know about chafing, don't we? That's what my problem is. If I could just stop eating sugar, if I could just kick the carbohydrates, these are my problems. This is where I want to change the behavior. But we need to backtrack it, and we need to stabilize ourselves into knowing that this is a solution. This has been our solution. And by doing that, you're actually allowing yourself to change the mentality that will help get you a different result. Okay? Resisting who you are, resisting all the parts and pieces that make up you, trying to push that away and saying that there's something wrong with it, creates a blockage and a barrier and an obstacle and a hurdle, and it often becomes impenetrable and immovable. Loving the part of you that was really, really wanting to keep you safe, wanting to love you, wanting to nurture you, wanting to help you. And in its infinite wisdom, it reached out to something that for whatever reason it thought would be helpful. And then you created a habit and a pattern and a program around that. So this is really about bringing you back to understanding that each and every action that you have taken up to now has been all about self-love, and it's about keeping safe, and it's about protecting you, it's about loving you, it's about nurturing you, it's about helping you to fit in and belong within the environment that you've been accustomed to. And let me break this down a little further for you, because let's take, for those of you that might belong to big ethnic families, you know, you're Greek, you're Italian, you might be Lebanese or Croatian, Yugoslavian, European, you guys are awesome with food. You make amazing food. You are also very good at family culture. Family is everything, you know, it's like tight-knit families. You may have your conflicts, you may have your ups and downs and all, but family is where your roots are, it's where you belong. And food is very much tied in with that. And so, you know, when a woman cooks, eat up, eat up, eat up. And if you say, oh no, I possibly couldn't, she says, no, I cook for you. You can't be full. You eat, you eat. And if you say no, on some level within the humanness of all of us, not just for ethnic cultures, the humanness, it's almost like we take that as a personal rejection of our love. Our desire to nurture and our desire to give, to love, to feed, to keep you alive, to bring you the happiness and joy that we get from cooking the food for you. If you say, I can't eat what's on my plate, there's a level of feeling rejected, and we don't want to be the reason why anybody feels rejected. So what we do is we eat to make others happy. Or at times we eat because we crave that sense of belonging, that sense of community, that level of love, that need for nurturing. And so our mind and our emotions are all wrapped up in these day-to-day activities that somewhere along the way, food equals love. Food equals belonging. Food equals safety. Food equals home. And we want that. We feel in today's day and age, oh my goodness, we are so disconnected with all this technology that connects us all. We are so fragmented and distracted and disconnected from our roots and from our sense of self and our sense of belonging. And so food becomes a quick, easy, thoughtless, as in you don't have to think too hard about it. You just are programmed subconsciously. You know, pasta makes me feel good. Wine makes me feel good. You know, it's community, it's celebration, it's happy times, and it's, you know what else it is? It's commiseration, it's support, it's the strength. We come together when we celebrate, and we come together when we commiserate. When we feel separate, food is often a way to bring us back together. And so when we eat unconsciously, we're often looking for that level of connectedness. Whoops, there goes the screen again. That's my screensaver, sorry. So becoming aware of when and where and how are you using food? And again, bringing it back to it's okay. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be feeling disconnected. I'm willing to be okay with feeling disconnected. Just for now. Just for now. And maybe to incorporate a little bit of tapping with that to help start the process happening in the mind, because awareness is part of it, and we'll use the meridian points to help engage that as a lasting change for you. So just here, it doesn't matter, 2 fingers or one, I use 2 fingers, but just, you can tap or you can just gently rub and circulate. I'm willing to be okay with not being okay. I'm willing to be okay with feeling disconnected. I'm willing to be okay with feeling unloved. I'm willing to be okay with feeling unlovable. I'm willing to let go of the resistance to these thoughts and feelings. I'm willing to let myself be here now. I'm willing to be okay with not being okay. I'm willing to feel my feelings. I'm willing to learn how to do it different. I'm willing to learn how to do it different. And just for now, I'm willing to be okay with not being okay. I let it all go. I let go of the resistance, the fear, the hurt, the sadness, the anger, the frustration, the resentment, the rejection, the bitterness, the betrayal, and everything else. It's safe for me to let it go, and it's safe for me to be here now. And just grab your wrist, look up at the ceiling, and think of your happy place that you thought of before. The mountains, the ocean, your daughter's day at cross country, the day your children were born, grandchildren, dogs, pets, cats, whatever works for you. Peace. Oh, my nose is so itchy. Good. Bringing you back to this neutral place. And so what we want to do now is start to become aware of that level of resistance. I'm just checking my notes because I want to keep us on track here. Letting go of the resistance to be anywhere else, be anyone else, or to have to do it any other way. And so again, we're going to engage the tapping because it's an easy method for me to show you through video. And just say out loud, I'm willing to release the need to resist where I am right now. I'm willing to let go of the resistance I feel. And maybe if you're not willing, just say, there's a part of me that's not willing. There's a part of me that doesn't really want to change. There's a part of me that's scared to change. There's a part of me that's scared to let go of the strategies I've been using for all this time. Who will I be without them? What would my life look like if I could achieve and sustain my goals of living a healthy, happy life? What would have to change? Who would I be? All these things, they scare me. I'm allowed to be afraid. I give myself permission to not be okay. I give myself permission to be okay with not being okay. I give myself permission to not be okay with not being okay, which makes me okay. And again, just look up at the ceiling. Think of something that makes you feel good. The beach on a beautiful warm day. And grab your wrist and say peace. Oh. I'm a warts and all girl. This is me. If I've got an itchy nose, you're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm sorry. Where we're at right now is creating space for you. This might seem like a 101. It might seem like something very obvious. It might seem like something really foreign to you. I'm not really sure where you're at or how it's going to impress you, how it's going to work for you, what's going to happen for you. But again, we want to bring you back to letting go of the resistance of needing to be anywhere else but here. Right now, you're at the starting place. This is week 1. This is new, this is exciting, this is maybe terrifying, this is maybe intriguing, but also very curious, like wary. It's okay to be where you're at right now. It's okay to have tried and failed in the past. It's okay to not be where you want to be at. It's okay that you are 30 pounds or 25 kilos, 100 kilos, 100 pounds over the desired weight goal. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the number on the scales or the size of your pants, or what it is about is, do I like what I see when I look in the mirror? Do I feel good in the clothes that I'm wearing? How does my body feel when I eat this food? When I sit on the couch and don't move, how do I feel and what am I thinking? When I get out and enjoy my life and spend time with good quality friends and family, when I'm out there moving and doing things that I enjoy and love, how am I feeling? Who am I becoming as a result of that? These are the things that are important. And we get so hooked up in letters and numbers and labels that we forget that. So just for now and just for today, please give yourself permission. I give myself permission to be where I'm at. I give myself permission to try it different. I give myself permission to try something new. I give myself permission to do something I've already done once before, but maybe with a new set of eyes and ears. I give myself permission to let go of the resistance and breathe deeply. I give myself permission to create space around myself, to figure this out, to see who I am, to see myself as the world truly sees me. Not just my biggest critics, not just the people I think are judging me, not just the people who have hurt me, but to see, truly see through the eyes of the world around me, to see my light, to see my joy, even if I haven't felt it yet or seen it yet. I give myself permission to open my eyes. I give myself permission to try new things. Peace. Okay, I think for today, half an hour of this sort of information is heaps and heaps and heaps. So we will build on this over the next 3 videos, and I want you to maybe watch this 2 or 3 times. Each time take notes, sit with it, press pause on the video, just be in the moment, be here now, feel yourself, get to know yourself, get to know what it feels like sitting in your chair. Get to know what it feels like with your feet on the ground and your thighs on the base of the chair with your bottom, and if you've got an armrest and a backrest, feel it. Think about the things in your life that you love. Think about the things in your life that make you feel good. Explore who you are right now in this moment. And you might have 3 or 4 things on this list to start with. You know, it might be if you've got small children, watching them sleep. It might be smelling your baby's skin. It might be walking your dog. It might be, you know, in the Northern Hemisphere, you guys are coming into summer, so it might be, you know, beautiful summer breezes and long walks on the beach. Or, you know, where I am, we're coming into winter, it's starting to rain, I've got a log fire. You know, I'd be putting the log fire on for the day and keeping warm. Start with those small things that make you feel good. And once you've got 3 or 4 or 5, or if you're really blessed, you can find a dozen different things, expand into that. Just sit with it, feel it, get to know it. What is it about it that you like? What is it about it that you love? What is it about it that makes you feel good? And once you feel strong in that, then you can dabble with, where in my life am I not feeling good? What is it about who I am right now that I'm trying to resist? I'm trying to resist the fat. I'm trying to resist the size 20. I'm trying to resist I'm not very good at pounds, but I'm trying to resist the 90 kilos on the scales. I'm trying to resist being the fat person, you token fat person. I'm trying to resist being thunder thighs or flabby arm girl, or I'm trying to resist my jelly belly. And just sit with that and feel into it. Feel into those things, those parts of you that you're trying to resist. This is a gradual process. It's about getting to know yourself in a new way. It's about being able to make small steps that will get you big results at the end of it. And so just getting to know what makes you feel good, and then looking at the things around you that don't make you feel good, what you're trying to resist. Those are starting places for you. They're going to make a big difference as we progress through the course. Lots of love, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.